The most awaited first home savings account, also known as FHSA, is finally here. This plan, which started this April, will help you save taxes on $40,000, which you'll be using to buy your first home. So, in this video, I will share all the details that you need to know before investing into this plan and some precautions that you must take. So, if you're new here, my name is Raj, and welcome to Finance by Raj, where I share my views on finance, taxes, and student life. Well, the question is, what is FHSA? The First Home Saving Account is a registered plan just like RRSP, which will help to save on your first home tax free. It has the combined benefits of TFSA and RRSP. So, how can you be eligible for this? So, to be eligible for this plan, you need to be at least 18 years of age or older. You need to be a resident of Canada and you need to be a first time home buyer. So, the first two criteria are very clear. But the third criteria of first time home buyer is quite complicated. So, according to the criteria, for the purpose of opening a FHSA account, you will be only considered to be a first time home buyer if any time before opening the account or any time in the preceding 4 years you did not live in a qualifying home as your principal residence. So, if you lived in a home owned by you or even by your spouse or common law partner, you will be ineligible for this plan. Let's discuss on various benefits that you can get. The first and very important benefit is that you can invest up to $40,000 in your lifetime to buy your first home tax free. You will have up to 15 years to contribute tax free in this account after you start your plan. So, for this, you can contribute maximum of $8,000 in a given year and it will be considered as tax free. So, the income tax that you paid on $8,000 would be refunded back to you after you'll file your taxes. So, the gains on the investment made is completely tax free, just like TFSA. So, let's say you invested $8,000 into this account and that $8,000 grew to $10,000. So the gain of $2,000 would be considered as completely tax-free and won't be counted towards your contribution limit. You can also carry forward the unused contribution limit from current year to next year. So let's say you only use $6,000 in 2023. So your remaining contribution room would be $2,000, which would be carry forwarded in 2024. So your new contribution room in 2024 would be $10,000. So let's discuss on the amount you can contribute. So, as mentioned before, the maximum you can contribute is $40,000, which includes the annual $8,000 and also you can carry forward the unused amount to the next year. There are few contribution rules that you must follow. You cannot use your spouse or common partner's contribution room. Also, you must open a FHSA account to be eligible for the $8,000 contribution limit. If you don't open your account in the current year, you won't be able to carry forward any amount in the next year. Well, the next question is, how do you open a FHSA account? You can communicate your banks, credit unions, trust, or even insurance companies to open your account. When you contact them, they will advise you on the qualified investments that you can make in this account. Well, one more important note is that you can open more than one FHSA account provided that you do not exceed the annual contribution limit. Well, if you have an active RRSP, you might be wondering how you can transfer those funds from RRSP to FHSA account. Well, the answer is yes. Absolutely, you can do it. But there is a condition. You can only transfer the amount up to the maximum annual contribution limit. So if you transfer $2,000 from your RRSP to FHSA, you will only have $6,000 as your contribution limit in your FHSA account to invest tax-free. Unlike RRSP, you do not need to repay those amount within the 15 years. So if you have RRSP and you have funds in there and you want to utilize those towards buying new house, then FHSA would be the most ideal investment. When it comes to withdrawing money from your FHSA, there are few things that you should follow and you should be aware of. So to make your withdrawals tax-free, you must make a qualifying withdrawal, which would be for your first time home. You also need to fill the form RC 725. So if you're making withdrawals which are not for your first time home, then those withdrawals will be fully taxable and you must include those as your net income or your income when you're filing your taxes. Upon withdrawal, you can also transfer your FHSA to RRSP or even RRIF. So you must be wondering how this is different from first time home buyers account which RRSP offers. When you make withdrawals from RRSP for your first time house, you must repay those amount within 15 years. But in case of FHSA, you do not need to repay those amounts. For RRSP, you can only withdraw up to a maximum of $35,000. But when talking about FHSA, you can withdraw full $40,000 at one time. Well, these were all benefits of FHSA. There are also various things that you should avoid doing. You should avoid over contributing. you should keep in mind your limits and avoid over contributing in your FHSA account. So, if you have any excess amount in your FHSA account, you will be charged 1% as taxes every month. Let's say you over contributed $2,000 in November and didn't realize it until the year end. Now, you'll be charged 1% tax of $2,000 each month. So it will be $20 for November, $20 for December. Keep in mind that you can remove the excess amount by withdrawing it or removing it to your registered account like RRSP or RRIF. So here are some tips on how you can benefit from FHSA account. If you are expecting an increase in your income in the next year, you should create your FHSA account in current year and make a minimum contribution, let's say $500. As you contributed only $500, your carry forward for next year would be $7,500. So the contribution limit for your next year would be $8,000 for that year and 7,500 carry forward, which would total to 15,500. In this situation, $15,500 of your income would become tax-free in next year. You can also use your FHSA account like the way you use your TFSA. You can make good investments, earn good return, and those gains, those return would be tax-free. I hope all this information was beneficial for you in understanding first home savings account and also understanding how it can benefit you. So if you're interested to see more detailed videos on tax saving options like RRSP or even TFSA, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss another video on how to save taxes.